Your health is your best asset, and your diet can have a huge impact on it. You likely have a basic understanding of the types of foods that are beneficial, such as vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and fish. But what about which ones to avoid? Cancer is a complex disease. There are many different types of cancers, as well as many potential causes. Although we still don't know all the answers, what is known is that a variety of factors can contribute to the development of cancer. Before we continue, please note that all the information presented in this video has been verified, fact-checked, and reviewed by qualified health professionals. Certain foods have the potential to elevate your chances of developing type 2 diabetes and obesity, both of which are linked to specific forms of cancer. Additionally, some foods contain carcinogens, harmful agents that possess the ability to initiate cancer. However, it's important to recognize that exposure to carcinogens doesn't automatically result in cancer. The outcome relies on your genetic makeup, as well as the extent and duration of your contact with these carcinogenic substances. We've done the research, so you don't have to. Without further ado, let's unveil the top 10 cancer-causing foods that might be lurking in your kitchen right now. Number 1. Processed meats. Processed meats are linked to an increased risk of cancer due to several factors associated with their processing and composition. These meats undergo processes such as salting, curing, smoking, and adding chemical preservatives, which can lead to the formation of carcinogenic compounds. One of the primary concerns is the presence of nitrates and nitrites, which are commonly used in the curing process. When these chemicals interact with proteins in the meat during cooking or digestion, they can form nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Furthermore, the high cooking temperatures involved in processing, such as smoking or grilling, can result in the formation of heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, both of which are carcinogenic compounds. These compounds can damage DNA and increase the risk of mutations that may eventually lead to cancer. Processed meats also tend to be high in saturated fats and salt, both of which are associated with an increased risk of various types of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. Additionally, the consumption of processed meats has been linked to obesity, which is another significant risk factor for various cancers. Number 2. Red meat. Red meat, which includes beef, pork, and lamb, has been associated with an increased risk of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. The reasons for this link are multifaceted and are thought to be related to both the composition of red meat and the way it's cooked. Red meat contains heme iron, which is a type of iron found in animal tissues. High intake of heme iron has been associated with oxidative stress and inflammation, which are factors that can contribute to the development of cancer. Similar to processed meats, processed forms of red meat like sausages, bacon, and deli meats often contain preservatives and additives that can increase cancer risk. Red meat is often high in saturated fats and cholesterol, which are associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. While the direct link between saturated fats and cancer is not as clear, a diet high in saturated fats could indirectly contribute to cancer risk through obesity and chronic inflammation. Number 3. Sugary drinks. Sugary drinks contain high amounts of added sugars, which contribute to excess calorie consumption without providing essential nutrients. This can lead to weight gain and obesity, both of which are significant risk factors for several types of cancer, including colorectal, breast, and pancreatic cancer. Regular consumption of sugary drinks can lead to insulin resistance, where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar levels. Insulin resistance can lead to elevated levels of insulin and inflammation, which are factors associated with cancer development and progression. The high calorie content of sugary drinks, combined with their lack of nutritional value, can contribute to weight gain and obesity. Obesity is linked to chronic inflammation and an increased risk of various cancers, as excess fat tissue can produce hormones and growth factors that promote tumor growth. Reducing or eliminating sugary drink consumption can have a positive impact on overall health and can help lower the risk of cancer and other chronic diseases. Opting for water, herbal tea, or beverages with no added sugars is recommended for maintaining a healthy lifestyle and minimizing cancer risk. Liking our content so far. Before we moved on to the next benefit, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, so you never missed out on new informative videos. Number 4. Fried foods. When foods, especially starchy ones like potatoes, are fried at high temperatures, a chemical reaction occurs that leads to the formation of acrylamide, a potentially carcinogenic compound. Acrylamide has been shown to cause DNA damage and mutations in laboratory studies, raising concerns about its potential role in cancer development. Many fried foods are prepared using oils high in trans fats, which are artificial fats that are created during the hydrogenation process. Trans fats have been linked to an increased risk of heart disease and have also been associated with an elevated risk of certain cancers. The high temperatures used in frying can lead to the production of oxidative stress in the body, which can damage cells and DNA and potentially contribute to cancer development. Reusing cooking oil for frying multiple times can lead to the accumulation of harmful compounds, further increasing the potential health risks associated with fried foods. All fried foods are equally risky, as factors such as the type of oil used, frying temperature, and cooking time can influence the formation of harmful compounds. If fried foods are occasionally consumed as part of an otherwise balanced and healthy diet, their impact on cancer risk may be relatively modest. However, minimizing consumption of heavily fried and fast foods can help reduce exposure to potential carcinogens and improve overall health. Number 5. Highly processed foods. Highly processed foods often contain additives and preservatives, some of which may have carcinogenic properties or interact with other compounds in the body to potentially promote cancer development. Some artificial colors and flavorings used in highly processed foods have been linked to health concerns, including potential cancer risk. Many processed foods contain high amounts of trans fats and saturated fats, which are associated with an increased risk of various cancers, as well as cardiovascular diseases. Processed foods often contain refined carbohydrates like white flour and sugar. These can lead to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels and contribute to insulin resistance, inflammation, and potentially cancer risk. Limiting the consumption of highly processed foods and opting for whole, minimally processed foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats can help reduce the risk of cancer and improve overall health. Number 6. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates, such as white bread, white rice, and sugary snacks, cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels when consumed. These spikes can lead to elevated insulin levels and insulin resistance, both of which are associated with an increased risk of cancer. Regular consumption of refined carbohydrates is associated with obesity-related cancers, such as colorectal, pancreatic, and postmenopausal breast cancers. To reduce the cancer risk associated with refined carbohydrates, it's advisable to prioritize complex carbohydrates like whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes. These foods provide a more balanced source of energy, along with essential nutrients and dietary fiber that contribute to better overall health and a lower risk of cancer. Number 7. Artificial sweeteners. Some studies conducted on animals, particularly in the past, have suggested a potential link between certain artificial sweeteners such as saccharin and the development of bladder cancer. When heated or exposed to certain conditions, can break down and form compounds that have raised concerns about their potential to be carcinogenic. It's important to remember that regulatory agencies set acceptable daily intake levels for artificial sweeteners, which are well above typical consumption levels, to ensure safety. Moderation is key, and consuming artificial sweeteners within recommended limits is generally considered safe for most people. Number 8. Alcohol. Alcohol is metabolized in the body to acetaldehyde, a carcinogenic compound. Acetaldehyde can damage DNA and proteins, increasing the risk of genetic mutations and potentially leading to cancer development. Alcohol consumption can impair the absorption of essential nutrients like folate, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and antioxidants. Deficiencies in these nutrients can weaken the body's defenses against cancer. Excessive alcohol consumption is a known risk factor for liver cirrhosis. Chronic inflammation and damage to liver cells increase the risk of liver cancer. Even moderate alcohol consumption has been linked to an increased risk of breast cancer. The exact mechanism is not fully understood, but alcohol might increase estrogen levels, which can promote breast cancer development. Alcohol can disrupt hormone regulation, particularly affecting sex hormones such as estrogen and testosterone. Hormone imbalances have been linked to an increased risk of hormone-related cancers, including breast and prostate cancers. The risk associated with alcohol consumption varies depending on the amount consumed, the type of alcohol, individual susceptibility, and other factors. To minimize cancer risk, it's advisable to limit alcohol consumption or avoid it altogether. Number 9. Charred and grilled foods. Charred and grilled foods refers to foods that are cooked at high temperatures using methods such as grilling, barbecuing, or broiling. While these cooking methods can enhance the flavor of foods, they can also lead to the formation of harmful compounds that are associated with an increased risk of cancer. Cooking meat, poultry, or fish at high temperatures can lead to the formation of heterocyclic amides, which are carcinogenic compounds that can result from the reaction between amino acids and creatine or sugars in the meat. HCAS can damage DNA and potentially increase the risk of cancer. High-heat cooking methods can lead to the formation of advanced glycation end products, compounds that are formed when sugars react with proteins and fats in foods. AGEs are associated with oxidative stress and inflammation, which can contribute to cancer risk. Similar to fried foods, high-temperature cooking methods can lead to the formation of acrylamide in certain starchy foods like potatoes. Acrylamide is a potential carcinogen and has raised concerns about its impact on health. Number 10. Hydrogenated oils. Hydrogenated oils refers to oils that have undergone a hydrogenation process, which involves adding hydrogen to liquid oils to make them more solid and stable at room temperature. This process creates trans fats, which are unhealthy fats that have been linked to an increased risk of cancer and other health issues. Trans fats are known to promote inflammation in the body, which is a factor linked to cancer development and progression. Trans fats have been shown to raise levels of bad LDL cholesterol and lower levels of good HDL cholesterol, contributing to cardiovascular disease. While the direct link between trans fats and cancer is not as well established, the connection between heart health and cancer risk suggests a possible indirect relationship. Hydrogenated oils are often found in highly processed and fried foods, which are part of diets that are high in unhealthy fats, refined carbohydrates, and low in essential nutrients. Such diets are associated with an increased risk of cancer and other chronic diseases. Many countries and regions have taken steps to limit or ban the use of artificial trans fats in food products due to their negative health effects. In recent years, there has been a push to replace hydrogenated oils with healthier alternatives, such as liquid vegetable oils and other sources of healthy fats like olive oil, avocado oil, and nuts. By being mindful of the types of fats and oils you consume and making informed dietary choices, you can help reduce your cancer risk and improve your overall health. Thank you for watching our video on the top 10 foods that may increase the risk of cancer. We've covered a range of factors associated with these foods, from chemical compounds to cooking methods. Remember, making informed choices about your diet and lifestyle can play a significant role in reducing your risk of cancer. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.